Can you imagine riding over dunes at sunset, crossing lush forests, and tackling long stretches of asphalt, all with the same bike? In 2025, scramblers are not just a style statement, but true nomads of pavement, dirt, and dust waiting for your next great adventure. In this video, we will explore 7 scramblers designed to break barriers and take you anywhere, from the most remote trails to the urban hustle and bustle. We'll talk about how their combination of long travel suspension, mixed tires, and just enough electronics gives you the confidence to ride without limits, while still preserving that retro vibe that makes them so irresistible. I'll show you models with generous fuel tanks for miles of range, LED headlights to light up the night, and agile frames that let you feel every obstacle with precision, yet without sacrificing comfort in your riding position. If you love motorcycles as much as we do, don't forget to support us with a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Are you ready to discover which scrambler will best suit your adventurous spirit and make you wonder how you ever lived without it? Hit play and join me on this two-wheel journey. Brixton Crossfire 500XC. It is a true scrambler that is based on the naked Crossfire X, but with a completely off-road essence. It's not a trail bike, but it clearly has a country-style philosophy, where its high fender, knobby wheels, and various guards help reinforce that image. The aesthetics have been cared for to the max, and in addition to the previously mentioned components, the fuel tank stands out, paired with a one-piece seat, the LED headlight, and the rear license plate holder, which hangs straight from the seat. It mounts a 486 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled inline twin-cylinder heart capable of delivering 47.6 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 43 Newton-meters of torque at 6,750 RPM, which places it right at the A2 license limit, but with a docile low-end character that makes off-road use easy. It's paired with a 6-speed gearbox and final chain, allowing a top speed of around 160 kilometers per hour, enough to move its 195 kilograms wet weight with ease. The engine, designed by Brixton, boasts a smooth, linear response thanks to well-distributed torque, ideal both for weaving through city traffic and devouring miles off-road. The tubular steel frame combines rigidity and lightness, with a dry weight of only 180 kilograms. Up front, it equips a 41mm inverted fork with long travel, adjustable in preload and extension, designed to absorb bumps and bumps without breaking a sweat. At the rear, a monoshock with preload and rebound adjustment keeps the rear end planted on any terrain, offering an excellent compromise between comfort and control. To stop with confidence, the Crossfire uses a 320mm front disc grab by a 2-piston caliper and a 260mm rear disc with a single piston caliper, backed by a Bosch dual-channel ABS system. The 19-inch front and 17-inch rear spoked wheels, with tubeless hub motors, wear mixed tires that offer traction on pavement, dirt, and gravel. Although it maintains a retro vibe, it incorporates LED in the headlight, tail light, and auxiliary lights, as well as an analog tachometer complemented by a small LCD screen showing a digital speedometer, gear indicator, fuel level, and oil and ABS warnings. The handlebar controls include adjustable reach brake and clutch levers, and a switch for the hazard lights that adds safety on complex routes. With a seat height of 795mm, it's accessible to most riders, and its 1,461mm wheelbase contributes to a balanced position between agility and stability. The seat, padded yet firm, keeps an upright posture ideal for light off-road use, while the elevated foot pegs and wide handlebar facilitate control on rough terrain. The 13.5 liters tank offers a range close to 250 kilometers, depending on pace, making it perfect for weekend getaways. In short, it's a scrambler with classic roots and modern equipment, designed for those seeking fun on any terrain without sacrificing a retro touch. Its torquey engine, adjustable chassis, and essential electronics make it an attractive bet for your two-wheeled adventures. It can be your travel companion for $7,799. Ducati Scrambler Icon. It was the first of the ever-expanding Scrambler family, the simplest in terms of image with that neo-retro style that defines it. It maintains that very personal image, largely determined by the front headlight, now with full LED technology, and with the X that incorporates the DRL daytime light, simulating a guard. The Icon is powered by an 803 cubic centimeter L-twin engine with desmodromic distribution that delivers 73 horsepower at 8,250 RPM and a peak torque of 65.2 Newton meters at 7,000 RPM, offering a smooth, linear delivery ideal both in the city and on the highway. This air-cooled engine is paired with a 6-speed gearbox and a slipper clutch, ensuring precise, direct shifts. With a top speed near 170 kilometers per hour and the ability to limit it for 8.2 license holders. The frame is a tubular steel trellis, renowned for its balance of rigidity and lightness, maintaining a dry weight of 170 kilograms. Up front it mounts a 41mm fork, and at the rear it equips a monoshock, both provided by Kayaba with preload adjustment, offering a setup capable of absorbing irregularities and instilling confidence both in urban stretches and on bumpy roads. To brake safely, the Icon features a 330mm front disc with a 4-piston radial caliper and a 245mm rear disc with a single-piston caliper, both managed by Bosch cornering ABS. The wheels are 18 inches up front and 17 inches at the rear, with tubeless spoke design, shod with one 1080/18 and one 80/55/17 mixed measure tires for excellent asphalt grip and good traction on light ground. Despite its retro aesthetic, it incorporates ride-by-wire with 2 riding modes, road and sport, which adjust throttle response and electronic intervention. The Ducati traction control system has 4 intervention levels and can be turned off, while the cornering ABS adds safety in leaned-over braking. The dash combines an analog gauge with a small LCD screen where you'll see speed, gear indicator, fuel level, and basic warning lights. The package is rounded out by full LED headlights, turn signals, and taillight, as well as a USB port under the seat to keep devices charged. With a seat height of 795mm and a 1,449mm wheelbase, the Icon offers an upright, comfortable position without sacrificing maneuverability. Its 13.5 liters tank provides a real range of around 250 kilometers, perfect for weekend escapes without worrying about the gas station. The seat, plush yet firm, along with the wide handlebar and well-positioned foot pegs, make every ride a relaxed experience, with enough control for when you want to enjoy more dynamic stretches. In short, the Ducati Icon is a scrambler with classic flavor and a modern heart, perfect for those seeking a balance between style, simplicity, and performance in everyday life. With its charismatic engine, just right electronics, and well-tuned chassis, it's the ideal companion for rolling along calmly or pushing it through corners when you feel like it. You can acquire it for $11,345. Moto Morini Seiemmezzo SCR. It combines a classic scrambler design with modern components, offering an agile and reliable riding experience both in the city and on gravel roads. It equips a 2-cylinder inline, 4-stroke liquid-cooled DOHC 8-valve engine that meets Euro 5 standards, capable of delivering 61 horsepower at 8,250 RPM and 54 Newton-meters of torque at 7,000 RPM. With 83 to 60 mm bore and stroke, an 11.3:1 compression ratio, the engine offers a linear power delivery and steady thrust from low revs. The declared top speed is around 170 kilometers per hour, enough to enjoy open road without compromising reliability. Its tubular steel frame combines rigidity and lightness, optimized to absorb irregularities. Up front, it mounts a 43mm Kayaba fork with 120mm of travel, adjustable in preload, rebound, and compression. At the rear, it uses a Kayaba monoshock with 120mm of travel and preload and rebound adjustment. This suspension setup provides an excellent compromise between comfort in the city and off-road absorption. For braking, the SCR relies on dual 298mm front discs with 2-piston Brembo calipers and a 255mm rear disc, also with a Brembo caliper, backed by Bosch 9.1 megabytes dual-channel ABS. The 18 inches up front and 17 inches of the rear spoked wheels offer rigidity and ease of repair on the road, shod with Pirelli MT60 RS mixed tires that guarantee grip on asphalt, dirt, and gravel. Maintaining a clean aesthetic, it includes a 5-inch TFT display with speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and indicators, as well as full LED lights in the headlight, taillight, and turn signals. The Bosch EFI injection system ensures smooth, precise throttle response, while traction control and cornering ABS provide extra safety without complicating the rider. With a seat height of 810 millimeters, it's accessible to a wide range of riders, and its neutrally positioned foot pegs offer comfort on long rides. The wide handlebar, coupled with a medium-density seat, balances firmness and comfort for journeys up to 300 kilometers without excessive fatigue. All in all, the Moto Morini Seiemmezzo SCR is a retro-styled scrambler that combines a robust engine, agile chassis, and premium details, perfect for those seeking a versatile, Italian-style bike ready to enjoy both asphalt and dirt roads equally. This beautiful Italian can be yours for $6,590. Honda SCL 500. It presents itself as a modern scrambler that blends classic design with current technology, offering a balance between easy urban use and some light off-road capability. It mounts a 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin-cylinder, liquid-cooled engine with DOHC that delivers 47 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 43 Newton-meters of torque at 7,000 RPM that give it enough mid-range thrust for smooth but lively acceleration. Fueling is handled by PGM-FI with 34mm throttle bodies, optimized for direct throttle response and contained consumption. It's paired with a 6-speed gearbox and an assisted slipper clutch, which reduces wrist fatigue during dynamic riding and prevents rear-wheel lockup under aggressive downshifts. Beneath its scrambler aesthetic, it hides a diamond-type tubular steel frame, praised for its lightness and strength. Up front, it equips a 41mm telescopic fork with 135mm of travel, not adjustable, but sufficiently supple to absorb urban bumps and light dirt road obstacles. At the rear, it uses 2 shocks with 2-position preload adjustment and 145mm of travel, improving comfort and keeping the wheel firmly planted on mixed surfaces. To stop with confidence, the SCL 500 mounts a 310mm front disc with a 2-piston caliper and a 240mm rear disc with a single piston caliper, both managed by a Bosch dual-channel ABS system. The 19 inches up front and 17 inches at the rear, with spoke tubeless wheels, use mixed-style tires that provide grip on pavement and moderate traction on compact dirt. It incorporates a simple LCD dash that displays speed, tachometer, gear indicator, fuel level, and operating warnings. It has 2 levels of disconnectable traction control and cornering ABS, providing safety in leaned-over braking without taking away fun. Lighting is full LED in the front headlight, taillight, and turn signals, ensuring visibility and a modern touch to the ensemble. With a seat height of 790mm, the SCL 500 is accessible to most riders, and its 1,483mm wheelbase offers a good compromise between high-speed stability and maneuverability in tight turns. The wet weight of 192 kilograms makes it easy to move at standstill, and the narrow frame allows agile handling in traffic. The medium-density seat and wide handlebar promote an upright posture, ideal for long urban trips or weekend escapes. All in all, the SCL 500 establishes itself as a versatile, rider-friendly scrambler, perfect for those seeking a middle ground between daily simplicity and light off-road capability. It can be your travel companion for $6,050. Triumph Scrambler 400X. The Scrambler family introduces a new member, the smallest of all, which debuts the new engine that also powers the Speed 400. It's a bike aimed at A2 license holders and becomes one of the best-equipped bikes in the category, inheriting all the technology and style of the British brand. At first glance, you can clearly see that it's a Triumph, with several standout elements. The fuel tank with knee guards, the underbelly exhaust with a double outlet, the 2-piece seat, and the round headlight with a guard. It mounts a 398.15 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder DOHC 4-valve engine that generates 39.5 horsepower at 8,000 RPM and 37.5 Newton-meters of torque at 6,500 RPM, offering a linear delivery from low revs and a lively throttle response thanks to the Bosch EFI ride-by-wire system. With a top speed near 145 km per hour, you won't feel limited even on the highway. Its 12-to-1 compression ratio ensures good efficiency and moderate consumption. It's homologated at 3.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which with its 13 liters tank translates to a 360 kilometers range before needing to refuel. The hybrid tubular steel frame has been redesigned for this model, gaining lightness and structural rigidity without penalizing comfort. The front end equips a 43mm Kayaba inverted fork with 150mm of travel, adjustable in preload and rebound, designed to absorb urban bumps and light dirt road undulations. At the rear, a Kayaba monoshock also offers 150mm of travel and preload adjustment, keeping the rear wheel well planted and avoiding uncomfortable rebounds. With 195mm of ground clearance, the 400X invites you to explore trails with confidence. To guarantee precise, safe braking, it uses dual 310mm front discs with 2-piston Brembo calipers and a 255mm rear disc with a single piston caliper, backed by Bosch dual-channel ABS. The 18 inches up front and 17 inches of the rear, both spoked and tubeless, mount Pirelli MT60 RS mixed tires in 110, 80, 18, and 150, 60, 17 sizes, providing good asphalt grip and moderate traction on gravel or compact dirt. The bike weighs 179 kilograms wet, making handling easy and building confidence when braking on irregular surfaces. Although it maintains a clean aesthetic, the Scrambler 400X incorporates a 5-inch TFT screen operated by a handlebar switch, displaying speed, tachometer, gear indicator, fuel level, and riding modes. It has disconnectable traction control and full LED lights in the headlight, taillight, and turn signals for maximum visibility. The slipper clutch reduces fatigue in dynamic riding, and the 6-speed gearbox allows you to exploit the engine without surprises. With a seat height of 835mm and a 1,418mm wheelbase, it offers an upright, natural position that doesn't tire you after hours of riding. The wide, high handlebar along with neutrally positioned foot pegs facilitate control on mud, gravel, and urban traffic. The medium-density seat balances firmness and comfort, allowing journeys of up to 300 kilometers without notable discomfort. In addition, its streamlined, lightweight design invites customizing with light luggage or guards without penalizing weight. In short, the Triumph Scrambler 400X is a light, agile scrambler with just enough technology, perfect for those seeking an easy-to-handle city bike, capable of forging a path on gentle trails, and with enough range for weekend getaways. This beautiful English model can be yours for $6,295. Royal Enfield Bear 650. It sports a 1960s-inspired scrambler design, with short fenders, a rounded tank, and a characteristic underside exhaust. The ergonomics are enhanced by a flat-profile medium seat, wide bars, and foot pegs optimized to allow rider movement on uneven terrain. Beneath its classic aesthetic, it mounts a 648 cubic centimeter parallel twin with a SOHC8 valve head, air and oil-cooled, delivering 47.4 horsepower at 7,150 RPM and 56.5 Newton-meters of torque at 5,150 RPM. This engine, inherited from the Interceptor 650 but retuned for more mid-range torque, offers smooth response with a stable idle. The 6-speed gearbox with slipper clutch guarantees precise shifts and relaxed riding both in the city and on the highway. The double cradle tubular steel frame has been reinforced at the pivot point and in the subframe to support additional load. Up front, it equips a 43mm Showa BFF SF USD fork with 130mm of travel, which effectively isolates irregularities. At the rear, 2 Showa shocks with preload adjustment and 115mm of travel offer controlled feel without sacrificing comfort. For braking, the Bear uses a 320mm front disc with a 2-piston bi-bree caliper and a 270mm rear disc with a single piston caliper. Both brakes have Bosch dual-channel ABS, ensuring safety even in corners and slippery surfaces. The tubeless spoked wheels measure 190/19 up front and 140/80/17 at the rear, shod with tires that perform on both pavement and light trails. It incorporates full LED lighting in the headlight, taillight, and turn signals, improving visibility. The dash consists of a color TFT screen integrated into a round pod, showing speed, RPM, fuel level, gear indicator, and Bluetooth connectivity for notifications and smartphone navigation. The Bosch EFI injection system ensures a linear power delivery and an average consumption of 22 kilometers per liter, which, along with the 13.7 liters tank, offers up to 250 kilometers of range. With a seat height of 830 millimeters and a 214 kilograms wet weight, the Bear is both accessible and manageable at a standstill. The slightly elevated wide handlebar and neutral foot peg position encourage an upright posture that doesn't tire you out on long rides. The 1,460 millimeters wheelbase provides stability on the highway, while the bike's lightness allows agile moves in traffic. In short, the Royal Enfield Bear 650 presents itself in 2025 as an authentic scrambler, able to combine retro charm with the reliability of the 650 engine and the practicality of modern technology. You can acquire it for $6,849. CF Moto 700CL X Adventure. It is the third variant, alongside the Heritage and Sport, available in the 700CLX lineup. A bike that shares a certain retro vibe with the other two members, introducing an adventurous touch halfway between a trail bike and a scrambler. It mounts a parallel twin, 4-stroke liquid-cooled DOHC 8-valve engine that delivers 75 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 68 Newton-meters of torque at 6,500 RPM, thanks to its 11.6:1 compression ratio and Bosch EFI ride-by-wire system. This 83mm bore by 64mm stroke block offers a linear response from low revs and a very usable mid-range, allowing a top speed near 170 km per hour without compromising reliability. The 6-speed gearbox includes an assisted slipper clutch, smoothing shifts during dynamic riding and reducing fatigue on aggressive descents. The tubular steel frame has been designed to balance torsional rigidity and lightness, and easily supports the adventure package. Up front, it equips a 43mm KYB inverted fork with 150mm of travel, fully adjustable in preload, rebound, and compression, designed to absorb bumps and bumps with composure. At the rear, it uses a KYB monoshock with 140mm of travel and preload and rebound adjustment, which keeps the rear wheel always planted. With 195mm of ground clearance, it can clear light obstacles without issues. For braking, it mounts a 300mm front disc with a 2-piston caliper and a 260mm rear disc with a Brembo caliper, both managed by Bosch dual-channel ABS with the option to switch off the rear. The 19 inches up front and 17 inches at the rear, spoked and tubeless, where Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR mixed tires in 110, 80, 18, and 150, 70, 17 sizes, providing good grip on asphalt and reliable traction on gravel roads. With a 203 kilograms wet weight, the bike is very agile at a stop and in low-speed maneuvers. Despite its minimalist look, it equips a 5-inch color TFT screen with intuitive menus, speedometer, tachometer, gear indicator, fuel level, riding modes, and Bluetooth connectivity for navigation and calls, all managed from a handlebar switch. Lighting is full LED in the headlight, taillight, and turn signals, ensuring visibility in any light condition. The disconnectable traction control allows you to modulate intervention based on terrain, while the slipper clutch adds safety in abrupt downshifts. With a seat height of 830mm and a 1,435mm wheelbase, it offers an upright, natural posture, ideal for journeys over 300 kilometers without fatigue. The 13 liters tank, combined with a homologated 3.5 liters per 100 kilometers consumption, provides a real range near 350 kilometers, perfect for multi-day getaways. The wide handlebar and neutrally positioned foot pegs facilitate control both in urban traffic and on light trails. And the medium-density seat balances firmness and comfort without feeling harsh on rough stretches. In short, the CF Moto 700 CLX Adventure is a versatile, accessible trail bike that combines a characterful engine, generous suspension cycle, modern electronics, and traveler-oriented ergonomics. You can enjoy it for $7,590. Before you switch off the engine, let's remember what makes these 7 Scramblers of 2025 special. Each combines the lightness and agility of an off-road bike with the comfort and range needed for long-haul routes. We've seen long travel suspension that smooths every bump, mixed tires that devour both asphalt and gravel equally, fuel tanks capable of stretching miles, and sleek LED headlights that illuminate your nighttime adventures. But beyond their specs, what really matters is the experience. The feeling of freedom when you twist the throttle on a lost trail, the confidence of knowing your bike is ready for almost any terrain, and the pleasure of traversing infinite landscapes without glancing at the reserve light. These Scramblers are not just machines, but travel companions designed to join you in every news story. Now it's your turn. Which of these Scramblers best suits your way of traveling? Leave your opinion in the comments. Share your own route anecdotes, and tell us which destinations you dream of conquering with your bike. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to support us with a like and follow us so you don't miss the upcoming videos and help grow this motorcycle family even bigger. Good rides to everyone.